Morning. Hope things are good with you and that you're keeping well and that things that you want to be ticking along are ticking along lovely. So, I've got a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about today. Only one of them is actually useful. The other one is complete nonsense. It won't help make your business better, won't help make your personal life easier, won't give you stronger erections or make your flowers look prettier in the summer. Nothing like that. But it's important I tell you because very often when people do series like this, it's to kind of position yourself as an expert. And I'm very keen not to do that. Okay, not to do that. I'm not an expert. Basically, the reason I'm doing this is because I like learning about stuff, marketing and copywriting, and I think that occasionally I'll learn something that might be helpful to you too. So why should you go to the trouble of buying the books or investing in the courses if I can just relay it through this weird, nonsensical medium? So that's my idea for this. But it's important that I give you examples of why I'm not an expert, because sometimes, most of the time, in fact, I'm an absolute tool. And here's a good example. There will be more to follow, so maybe this could be a cut out and keep collectible series. So the most recent example of me being an absolute tool was this. So I wanted to record this and make it sound good. Now, the first couple of episodes, I just used the microphone on the phone and just hit record. I'm of the belief that for most things in life, just get it out and get it shipped and get it started is the best way forward. But the audio wasn't the greatest. You could hear what I was saying, but it's not the greatest. So, like any lazy, fast-acting person, I went straight to Amazon. The lure of the one click and Prime delivery, came over me. And thought I'd order a lapel mic. I was even clever enough to realise that for the lightning jack, I'd need some kind of adapter. So I ordered that too. So I clicked order and sat back, basking in my excellence about wanting to do good by my audience and create a better audio experience for you. And that's when the wife said to me, why don't you just use your headphones? There's a microphone in the headphones. You know those headphones that are in your box that you've not opened because you've got your wireless ones, your cheap ones you bought? You can just use those. That's a pretty good mic. And oh, God. So, a new mic is winging its way towards me. Spent 30 quid on this damn thing and it's not going to get opened. So I'm now going to use this instead. So, yeah. Just in case you needed a reminder that I am a bit of a dickhead, there's your evidence for today. Like I say, it will be a continuing series, cut out and keep kind of collectible series. Don't do what I do. Do this instead. That's what the feature is going to be called, I think. So that's the thing that won't make your life any better today. So let's get to the good stuff. Been writing a sales page recently, a front end. Now, most of the work I do as a copywriter is funnels for cold traffic, which is a really hard market to write for because you've got to get people's attention, people who aren't looking for you, I'm writing for clients that aren't famous, that aren't not heavy hitters or anything like that. So it's a hard sell. You're selling them on a product they weren't aware of by somebody who they don't know from Adam. So I've been creating sales pages for that. And one of the things early on when I was writing sales pages, the thing I really struggled with is the headline. Now, there's a lot of good research by people cleverer than me, people who, would remember that they've got headphones and can use a mic already. There's a lot of good research to indicate that the headline is like 80% of the sales page. It's like, on a blog post, it's probably the title. In the email marketing, it's the subject line. In a sales page, 80% of the heavy lifting is going to be done by the headline. But the trouble is, that's a good thing and a bad thing. So the good thing about that is, it stops you, when you realise it's 80%, it stops you fiddling around with the stuff at the bottom of your sales page and going, should I use the word struggle or battle and all that kind of nonsense. You don't sweat over every single word you write down when you realise that the headline is actually the most important thing. Because very often with the right headline and an impulse buy button, if it's like a $7 tripwire offer or a $27, a headline could get you some sales. They won't even look at the rest of the copy. So when you realise that, it's quite liberating to realise that you don't have to agonise over every single word in your sales page. But the bad thing is that when you realise that the headline is 80%, it's right up there. It's the first thing you see. So when you're looking at a blank page and creating your sales page, that's the first thing you're thinking about because it's the first thing that comes on the page. Now, I think most copywriters don't start with the headline. They'll start at different points. Each copywriter will start something different in the sales page and kind of build out from there. But if you're not a copywriter and you're thinking of creating a sales page, a lot of people really struggle with this because they feel like they should come up with the headline first and then the rest of the page follows afterwards. And it doesn't have to. Very often you'll be writing the sales page and you'll get a word or an idea or a hook or an angle and you'll think it's just like a tiny part of the page. But when you flesh it out on the page, you go, oh my God, that is the thing. That is the one thing the audience need to hear before anything else that will get them to read the rest of the page. So copywriters know this, but business owners may not. So here's a handy tip. If you are writing a sales page and you are looking at a blank page and struggling with the headline, thinking you need to get it perfect before you do anything else, here's a handy tip. Use a template. What you need to do is just get down a placeholder headline that you can just put there that allows you to the mental space to just get on with the rest of your copy, knowing that the headline is up there, there's something in there, it might not be the final version, but it's close to it, it conveys the main idea, so you can mentally tick that box and carry on unimpeded for the rest of the sales page. So it's a simple template, and it's this one. It's how to blank without blank, even if blank. So let's have a look at this. It's what we would call like an offer lead. It focuses entirely on the offer and the benefits that they would get from that offer. So let's say, well, I've talked about flowers before, so let's talk about flowers. Let's say you had a product, a gardening course. So how to have a fresh, vibrant garden every single year without having to spend 3 hours every single day in your garden, even if you're a complete newbie and you don't even know any kind of plants, that kind of thing. So that's the basic template. How to goal without main objection, even if another objection. So in this case, it's how to have a great garden without spending 3 hours a day in your garden, and even if you've never opened a gardening book before. Whatever that is for your business, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The gardening one was shockingly bad, but I'm riffing here. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Just fill that in for your product, the thing you're writing for now, and just get it up there. So how to lose weight without exercising, even if you're 65 years old and incapable of getting up off the couch. Anything. Just address the main objections, get them up there and get the main goal up there, and just get the placeholder headline up there and then carry on with the rest of the sales page. What will happen is the more you write, the more effort you put into your sales page, the more ideas will come to you. And you'll start thinking about, maybe you'll change the objection first. Maybe you'll get more specific on the main goal that you want. So maybe it's not how to lose weight, maybe it's how to lose 10 pounds. Or maybe it's how to lose the same 10 pounds you keep on losing, or something. The more you go into your sales page, the more you look at the benefits and the objections, the more you'll find stuff and you'll keep coming back to the headline. You'll just look at it and go, that needs changing, and you'll spot it. And it's not the case that it'll happen automatically, but it'll happen a hell of a lot easier if you just get something up there to start with. So use that how to main goal without number 1 objection, even if number 2 objection or number 3 objection. Just get something up there when you're writing a sales page, and it'll make everything, it'll just lift that mental cloud of, I don't have a headline. Just that gap. Just the fact you've got something up there will make the rest of the sales page easier. And it's just about, the more you write the sales page, the more information you'll get, and you'll tweak it as you go. And by the end of your sales page, it'll look different to when you started. And it'll happen pretty much automatically. So that's the thing I want you to try today. If you're trying to come up with a blog post title or even an email header, email subject line, it works for those things too. How to main goal without number 1 objection, even if number 2 objection. see if you can tweak it to suit that. Just get something down, get on with your day, and you'll find writing sales pages is a whole lot easier when you use that. So hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, let me know. And I should say something about sharing, liking and subscribing, but I'll save that for next time.